Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the part 3 of the chapter 7, that is working with OpenOffice Calc. So these are the discussion points which we are going to discuss in this part. So first we are going to see about save, close and open the worksheet. So how to save a worksheet, how to close the existing opened worksheet, and how to open a new worksheet. So these are the three things we are going to see in the first topic. And next one is copy, cut and paste. So how to copy, cut and paste the formula or the content. So all these things. And the third one is the important topic, that is autofill feature. So how to copy the same content, the upcoming rows, and how to copy the same formula. So in how to autofill the contents, how to autofill the cells. So all these things we'll be seeing in the third topic. And so these are the discussion points which we are going to discuss in this part 3. First one, we are going to see about saving a worksheet. So the process of saving a worksheet is very similar to saving a document. So in OpenOffice Writer, we have seen the same process. Here we are going to follow for saving a worksheet. So first we have to go for a file and you can select save, or we can press Ctrl plus S, or we can just click on the save button directly from the standard toolbar. So and the second step is, if the spreadsheet is already saved, means automatically it will be overwritten. So in case if the spreadsheet is not yet saved, so this is the first time we are going to save, means the save as dialog box will appear. So the save as dialog box will appear. So there we have to type the file name which we want to save, and then in the file type there will be, by default it will be selected, that is OpenOffice Calc spreadsheet. So the extension will be .ods. So this is the extension for OpenOffice Calc. So in case if it is OpenOffice Writer, the text document means .odt. So like that, there are various file extensions will be similar to in Microsoft Word. The Word document, the extension is .doc. So like that. So for PPT, so .ppt. So like that, there will be various extension in OpenOffice Calc. And the last, we have to click on the save button. So this is how we can save the worksheet. So after saving the worksheet, you can able to see the file name which you typed will be in the top, that is the title bar, the top of the window, the title bar. You can able to see the file name, and a hyphen will be there. After that, the application name will be there, whether it is OpenOffice Calc or OpenOffice Writer, OpenOffice Impress, like that the application name will be there. So this is how we can save a new worksheet. And next one is closing a worksheet. So after saving the worksheet, if the user want to continue the work, means the user can continue the work in the spreadsheet. In case if the user want to close the worksheet after saving the document, means the user can first save the worksheet, and then the user can select the option from file menu. From file menu, the last option will be close. So the user can select the close, or the user can press Ctrl plus W, the keyboard shortcut key for closing the worksheet. And the third one is, in the first topic, is opening an existing worksheet. So either the user can open the worksheet in two ways. One, using the open dialog box, that is the first diagram, and the other with the help of recent documents, that is the second diagram you can able to see. So in the first document, the user can open a existing worksheet by clicking the file menu and select the open option. So or the user can click the open icon in the standard toolbar, or the user can press Ctrl plus O. So when you click Ctrl plus O or do any of these option, means the open dialog box will be open. So there the default location, that is libraries documents, that will be the default location will be opened. So from there you can just shift the location where the existing document is available with the help of the left pane. So in the left pane we can select the various disk drive icons, various locations. From there you can select the various location. After selecting the location, the user can select the respective file for opening it. So this is how, using the open dialog box, the user can open an existing file, so existing worksheet. And the second option is using recent documents. So recent document means the user can select the recent document option from the file menu. So from the file menu, the recent document option will be next to the open option. So there will be a right headed arrow. So when you click on that recent documents, the recently used documents will be highlighted, so will be viewed. So the user can directly select from there also. So this is how the user can open an existing worksheet. And the next topic is, second topic is copy, cut and paste. So under that we are going to see first is copy and paste data. So how to copy and paste data, similar the same procedure what we follow in the OpenOffice writer, the same procedure can be followed in the OpenOffice calc also. So here the only difference is, there in the OpenOffice writer you will be having a plain text document, here you will be having various cells, various group of cells will be there. So this is the main difference. So first we have to select the cell or a group of cell which is to be copied, and next the user can select either edit. From the edit menu the user can select copy option, or click copy icon from the standard toolbar, or the user can press Ctrl C, Ctrl plus C. So that is a shortcut key for copy. So either one of these three options can be used. So next, move the cell pointer, the active cell pointer, to the new cell where the content to be pasted. So there, after placing the cell pointer, the user can select any of these three. So first one is edit, paste. From the edit menu the user can select paste option, and the second one is click paste icon on the standard toolbar, and the third one is, for paste the shortcut key is Ctrl plus V. So this is how the user can copy and paste the data. And the next one is cut and paste the data. So how to cut and paste the data? Similarly the same procedure. So the only changes, the option for cut will be changing. So in copy and paste, the user will select the option copy from edit menu, and the user will click on copy icon, and user can press the shortcut key Ctrl plus C. So that is for copy option. So here for cut, first we have to select the cells which we want to cut it from the source location. So then the user can select edit and cut option. So from the edit menu the user can select cut option, or the user can click on the cut icon, or the user can press the Ctrl plus X, the shortcut key. And for the pasting the data, that is the same procedure. So we have to move the cell pointer to the new location where the cutted text to be pasted, and there the user can select the edit paste option, or click on paste icon, or press Ctrl plus V. So the same procedure for paste. So this is how the user can cut and paste the data. And the additional topic under this cut copy paste is copy and paste formula. So in OpenOffice writer there won't be this heading, copy and paste formula. So here we have a concept called formula. So we have already seen the formula bar also. So the how to copy and paste the formula. So the process of copy and paste is used for copying the formula, the same procedure. So when the user copies a formula from one cell to the another cell, the new cell means the address of the pasted formula will change accordingly. So we have seen two types of references in the last video, that is relative cell reference, absolute cell reference. So here the relative cell reference concept works. So when the user copies a formula from, say for example, here in the example say for A1, so the user copies the formula from A1. So A1 will contain the formula, that is B1 plus C1. That is the formula. So when the user copies the formula from A1 means, and the user want to paste it in the A2. So once the user copies the control by pressing the control C for copying the formula and paste it control V. So once the user paste control using the control V in A2 means, automatically the formula will be changed as B2 plus C2. So we have seen that the formula is only for B1 plus C1, that is the result will be stored in A1. So when you copy the formula and paste it in A2 means, automatically the relative cell address will be taken. That is, for A1 we have added B1 and C1. So it assumes the relative cell is for A2 is B2 and C2. So automatically the formula will change as B2 plus C2. So that is the relative cell reference. So we have seen about this relative cell reference and the absolute cell reference. Similarly, the user can copy a formula from one cell and paste it in multiple cells. So here you see the example. So from H1, that is H2, that is the 713, that is the first formula applied. So it is addition of C2 plus D2 plus E2 plus F2 plus G2. This is the combination, and this is the addition of and the result is stored in H2. So first the H2 cell is copied, that is control plus C, and or the user can select the edit copy, or the user can select the copy icon. So after that the user will select to which are all the cells the formula should be pasted. So like that the user will select from H3 to H11. So then after selecting the cells, that is, a user will paste the formula, that is control V or edit paste or click paste icon. So once it is pasted, the formula is pasted, automatically the addition, the address or that are added will be changed automatically. Say for example, for H3 the value will be added, that C3 plus D3 plus E3 plus F3 plus G3. So automatically it changes. That is, we told that it is relative cell references. So this is the example for copying formula from one cell and paste it in multiple cells. So this is how the user will copy the formula and paste it. The next topic we are going to see is autofill series. That is, we have learnt about the copy and paste. So either the data or formula from one cell to another cell in the previous topics. So the process of the copy and paste, that concept is replaced. So for the easy way to handle, for the easy use of the spreadsheet, so this copy and paste concept has been replaced by a click and drag option. So that we called as a autofill. So this is an alternative way for the copy and paste. So like that we can say. So the in this autofill feature, the first the content from one cell will be copied. So once you drag to the remaining cells, automatically the copied content will be pasted. So this is the concept. So you can able to see the image. So the first cell, that is A1, is a active cell. So where you can able to see a thick border, that is rectangular shape. So in that rectangle, in that active cell, you can able to see a small square, a filled black filled square in the corner. So that is the drag fill handle. So when you click on that handle, so the automatically the text or the content or the data or the formula will be copied. So once you drag downwards or rightwards, so whatever the direction you drag, so the content will be pasted. So how long the content you want to be pasted, you can drag from there without releasing the mouse click. You have to drag. Say for example, here they have dragged till A6. So the result will be here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The content will be filled like that. So this is how the content will be filled. So in case if you want to copy the same content, that is 1, to be filled in the remaining 5 cells, means you can press the control key and click on that drag fill handle and you can drag the cells. So this is how the autofill series, this is the image for the autofill series. So next we will see about how to generate series using the commands. So we are going to see about the generating the series using command. So first we have seen how to generate the series by click and drag. So now we are going to see by how to generate series by using command. So first we have to select the edit menu. Under that we have to select fill option. So under that the sub menu you have to select the series. So the series command, that is used for generating different set of series. So we have to know how these series will work. So before using this feature, the set of cells, so how many cells need to be generate the series, so how many cells need to be filled with the series, that cells should be selected. So that is the first point. So we before using the feature, we have to select the cells, set of cells should be selected. So after that the user can select the various options available and we can fill the series. So once you click the edit, fill and series option, means the dialog box will appear, that is fill series dialog box will appear. So the first option, the first column, you can able to see the direction. So either by default there will be only two options, that is down and up. So in case if you want, if you have selected the series from 1 to 6, A1 to A6, means the option will be available, that is either down or up. So in case if you have selected the option from A1 to E1 in a horizontal way, so then the option available will be right or left. So by default the selected direction, so in case if you have selected from A1 to A6, means the down direction will be default. So that is why the down is selected. So we have selected the cells downwards, so that is why. And second column, that is series type. The series type, first one is linear. So linear means the user can generate the series in a sequence, that is say for example even numbers, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, like that. That is the user can generate a sequence of series. So that is the linear. And the second one is growth. So growth means to generate multiplication series. Say for example 2 powers, that is 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, like that, the 2 powers. So the value, the difference value will be given. So in the start value, end value and the increment value. So first if you select the linear, so we have told the example as even numbers. So 2, 4, 6, 8 and the start value will be 2 and the end value will be say for example 10. So the series will be starting from 2 to 10. How the value to be differed? So the how the value, the difference, what is the difference should be? So we have given 2. So automatically starting from 2 to 10, there will be a difference of 2 numbers. The result will be generated as a series like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like that. So in case if you want to print the odd numbers, starting the start value will be 1 and the end value will be 9. So this is the example. So the same difference is 2. The increment value is 2. So automatically 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, like that the series will be generated. So here the same growth means the start value is, say for example, 2 to 64, 2 to 64, or 3 to 81, say for example 3 to 81, and the increment value will be 3. So increment value will be 3. So here 3 powers. So 3 power 1, 3 power 2, 3 power 3, like that, 3, 9, 27, 81, like that it goes on. So this is how the value will be given. And the next one is date. The date option is to generate the date series. So when the user want to select a date as a series type, means the time unit section gets automatically enabled. By default the it will be disabled. So the third column will be disabled until you select the date option, the date series type. So once you select the date series type, automatically it gets enabled the time unit column, the third column, day, week, day, or month or year, whichever series you want. Say for example day wise you want the series, means automatically the day wise it will be displayed. So in case if you want to week wise the series wants to be generated, means you can generate the series by week wise, and also the month wise and year wise. And the last one is autofill. So autofill is nothing but to generate a continuous series of values that we have seen in the previous topic, that is autofill series. We have seen how to click and drag, how to fill the cells by clicking and dragging. So like that the same series. Say for example from 1 to 6 the selected cells, means so the series will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 without any difference. The value will get incremented by 1. So this is the autofill. So this is how the values will be filled, and this is the autofill option.